Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, it's a little bit chilly, isn't it, this week? It's quite easily recognisable as November now. Yeah, I'm here at home today working, so I've got one trying to get my attention, dog that is, underneath the table. The other one couldn't be bothered, he's lying asleep. So we're going to get on with this and hopefully I'm not going to be disturbed. Maybe he wants a paw, he wants to come and have a go, but he's not allowed. So what have I got? Regular tile. I've got my lovely sort of blue denim-y kind of colour tile here, and you can see that I've actually got my black pen and my white pen. I thought it'd be nice to mix things up just a little bit. Of course, you don't have to. If you're happier just sticking with one colour, that's absolutely fine, okay? So let's make a start then. What am I going to go with? I'm going to start with, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to go with my black pen to start with. And I'm going to start in a corner. Let's go a bit bigger. Do apologise for the shadow here. It's a little bit dark over here, so I've had to put the lights on. And I can't really move now, so it is what it is. All right, so I'm going to start in this little corner. Oh, hi there, everybody. Hello. So, yeah, I missed a few of you, didn't I, at the NEC the other day? I'm sorry. I was supposed to have done a half an hour sort of demo when I got there. I was there for 10 and I left at 11:45. So yeah, we had a few chats and things, but you know, there was another lady coming on doing some little bits and pieces, so I had to move and we had a quick wander around and then I'm afraid back home. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you see what I've done here? I've done a little curl and then this one's come out a little bit wider there. Okay, so just because it is wider, I can come on in, look, and I can put that kind of a shape in. I'm going to come in with my thick pen there, my 05, and I'm going to fill that in. Putting that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to come back with my 03, and starting back in that corner, right up there, I'm going to come and bring out another one of those lines. All right, okay, let's go a little bit bigger. There you are. So this shape here, what I want to do is put some little curves in, like so. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, oh, jar, that sounds nice. Oh, Seth's going to the vets this evening. He's due his regular injection for his back legs, so we've got to do that. So I'm going to do one this way now. See, I've not used too much of the tile still. I'm still in there. And then up and around there. Oh, Christine, happy birthday. We wish we'd have known. We'd all had cake. So, I don't know if I've got any in. I've got a gluten-free Kit Kat. Will that suffice? And of course, because I'm at home, I've not got a cup of tea because Leslie normally makes it for me. Well, she's at the office. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Sue. We do our best. I've got a very good team out there to pack orders very quickly. So I'm glad you got it. Okay. So coming up this way. Again, I'm filling in those little shapes. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is going to go back to this first one. It doesn't matter really, you can do it with either. Okay, let's do it with this one. I'm going to put a little leaf on the top like that. Little line, not too big. And then one on this side. Like that. And then bring another one in. Like that. And another one. Okay, so I'm going to bring a few around here as well. You notice how they're sort of slightly angling as I work my way down. So this one is going to be more there, and I can get another one in there. Like it's sort of going behind that one is. All right, looks like a funny hairdo, doesn't it? And then this one, again, I'm going to sort of start here at this top end, little line in. And then follow it round there. You see, look, it's sort of taking on the shape again of, I can get a little one there. Look. Yeah, the shape of what I'm drawing around. and into this one. And another. You see how it's sort of, it's going to sort of wander round and go behind that there. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about one there. Actually, I'm going to fill that in. And those little bits as well. Okay. And then this little bit here, I'm going to bring my white pen in. And I'm going to create a little line around, creating a new shape inside, like that. Okay, so not too bad. Not too bad there with the white. I know some of you don't like to use it, but it just gives it a little bit of a break. Of course, you can use any colour you like. You don't have to use white. And of course, if you're using a white or a cream tile, then you might want to be doing this in a different colour. Maybe a fine liner pen or a glaze pen or something. That'd be quite nice. Just nice to have something a bit different now and again, isn't it? Okay, let's have a little look at that. There you are. So looking around this shape now, what I'm going to do is create, and again I'm going to stick with the white. I'm going to go around the shape. Let's go a bit bigger. There you are. Forming sort of an outside line. Just taking my time there. I'm just going to keep it quite close. I don't want it to take up the whole of the tile. There's other things to do around the other bit. So there we are. So you just sort of adding that on, working my way around. And again, you don't have to use the white on this if you don't want to. It's kind of nice just to bring something in. Working it around like that. Maybe in there. And then final bit down here. So of course, being that I've got stripes, I'm going to come in with my thicker pen and put those stripes in there. Just be careful when you do this. You don't want to lean over it because it's kind of heavy, and I don't know if your five's like mine. It's very juicy and I don't want to smudge it, so I'll do this now and then we can let that dry all on its own. Ready for a shading in a short while. There we are. Okay, like twins. So here we go. See, only done in that corner so far. So I've not done a massive amount. So I'm going to come to this corner now, okay? And I'm going to give myself just a little bit of a curve here, just with a pencil, just to sort of keep me in so I know where I'm going. Now you see, this would be my centre bit here, so I'm coming a bit higher than centre. There's my centre coming a bit higher. So you can see there where, it's only a guide, so don't think it's got to be exact. You see, there's my centre. I've gone up a bit. Centre, gone up a bit. I've just got it's a bit of a construction line just to give me an idea of where I'm going to be working in, okay? So it's this bit here. So this time, I'm going to come in with my white pen. Now again, if you would prefer, you can stick with the black, but I'm going to have a little bit of a mash up today, so here it is. And again, if you think, oh, it's a little, always sort of check the end, because, you know, sometimes, look, there you go, it's working fine. It does sort of clog itself up. Okay, so I'm not going to start at this point this time. I'm going to come a little bit further up here, and I'm going to create a curve, just like I did before. Now, it's not going to go right to the edge there. You see, I'm just making sure here that I'm getting a nice, neat shape. Okay. And then bring it back down. You see, it went thicker, just like the others did. And then here, along we go with that shape. And if you recall here, I filled it in with black. So here, I'm going to fill it in with white. Now, when you've got a gel pen, filling something in can be a bit tricky, so try if you can and just do it once. You don't want to keep going over it if you can help it, okay? And then along here, and then in with those lines. All right. I'm not going to do my leaves just yet, so I'm going to rub this line out in a moment. I just wanted to create these shapes. So I'm going to put another one up here. So once I've got these in, I sort of know where I'm headed. Okay. So they're not mirror image or anything. It's just I've got one on this side and one on this side. And as before, I'm going to come on in with that little shape there, you see, and fill it in. Working my way down, trying to keep it once over. And then into that section there. And again, I'm going to put those little shapes in. Okay, let's have a little look at that. So that's where we're at. So I'm just going to, over the top there, I'm going to just lighten that off a little bit. Now you know where it is. You'll probably still see it on yours. See, I can just see it on mine. Okay, there you are. I've seen you, Susan and Tracy, sneaking in. I hope you're both well. Okay, so leaves. Remember we did leaves on the top here. So let's put one in on the top there. And let's put that little line in. There we go, into there. I see we've got Leslie in the house. Hello, Leslie. Was it a dry house over there today? I know when you're all busy, don't always tend to get a cup of tea, do you? I think I might make one after this. And I'm going to have my gluten-free Kit Kat just to celebrate because we've had Christine's birthday today. Same here, look. So there we go with a little line on the top. So I don't want to lean over that, so I'm going to bring in another tile. There we go. Just over the top of it, just so I can lean on and I can get these leaves in. Even if nothing else, that probably would have sort of blotted it, but it won't smudge it as long as I don't move it. Okay, down we go. Okay, big sigh from the big boy down here. Oh, that's good, Leslie. There you are. Hi then. Okay, so there we go with this. Next little bit then, because we want to try and keep some sort of shape here, what I'm going to do is come across, not quite with the angle there, but I'm going to think, well, it sort of started here, but then I'm going to create a little bit of a line, see, a double line coming down and through there. Okay, let's go up. And then, again, real close to that one, you see? And then this one. Again, real close to that one as well. Pen's working well today, look at that. Okay, so in between these, let's put some little diamond shapes. Just working my way down, leaving little gaps in between each one. It goes there. So I want another one of these crossing over, because I remember I've got this curve in. So I'm going to come from up here and sort of see where it lands. So it's going to go underneath and it's going to go along there. Yeah, there we are. Let's do another. So again, up and along into that bit. And then, just as before, a nice narrow line next to it. Just take your time if you're using a gel pen. You want to give it time or a chance to flow. And along here, into those lines. So again, you can choose if you want to have a different pattern on this, or you can stick with those little diamond shapes. I'm going to go with that. And again, fill them in. Don't worry about trying to get the spacing exactly even. It's fine. And of course, when you get in there, I'm going to sneak one in there. So far, so good. All right. So we've got a bit of space in here. What we're going to do with it? I think the first thing is we want to have some sort of design in this bottom area. So I'm going to bring some bubbles in, or part bubbles anyway, and fill in that corner like so, quite big. And then do an extra line, again quite close all around. And in and along. Okay, that's that bit done. So next little section here, I'm going to come in with a little, felt a bit weird then doing it that way. Couple little lines, and I'm going to put a straight on the top. Yeah, let's go in a bit. We know what kind of space we're working on. So underneath that line, you see here, I'm going to put another either side. Imagine where the top is, and I'm going to put a little curve that way and curve that way. All right, that's a bit of rubber there. All right, let's do that again. So up it goes. A line, another line, a lock, and a lock. Let's join that one to there. So let's get another in. They can all be different sizes, different levels. So there's your line. Then we've got the one at the bottom that's a bit bigger. And then up and along we go. Let's have a little look where we're at with that. Okay. So you see they're not too small. Let's put another one in. Because we don't want to sort of spend the whole rest of the afternoon filling those shapes in. So we've got some kicking off there. And I'm going to bring one sort of up here, and it's trying to escape out there. There you are. To there. Okay. So I'm going to bring one in here as well. Again, that's sort of coming out a little bit. We're keeping that line, but we're not keeping it as a complete structure. It can sort of stay or be moved about a bit. That's fine. It was a guide. And there we go. Okay. So because we've got some here and here, it sort of stands to reason we need a little bit of something going on here as well. So let's keep it similar. Of course you can change shapes, you can do whatever you like. But I like to try and have a bit of a composition if I can. So we've got a few of those in there. All right. Okay, so I'm going to bring my black pen in now. And this is my 03. Sorry, Pat. Yeah. Honestly, this is the only bit of the table I can actually get on at the minute. Yeah, can't say anymore. It's a bit full of stuff. So let's look at these here. I'm going to come in with a line next to that white one and draw it in. Oh, to be able to just sleep like my boys. To have a lie-in all day. I don't know if I could do that. Sue, yes, they are. They are. Oh, you'll find it depends on which pages you've got. If you've got the cartridge paper, it's brilliant. It's a little bit lighter than the tiles in terms of the weight, but it's brilliant. If you've got your super smooth, you can still do it, but what you'll find is you might have to be a little bit lighter on the pencil because you need to sort of perhaps do 2 layers of shading rather than 1 and build it up because it's not got that tooth and it won't sort of move as much. You know, they all have their purposes. Little lines in there, okay? So we've got lines over here. We've also got lines over here. So that brings me to these ones here. Now I'm not going to fill these in. So what I'm going to do is take each one and draw inside with my pen. So I've still got that white line showing, but it's coming in with that black there. So I'll do the same on the other one. there's not so many here, so just keep an eye that you're going on. I'm going on the inside of those white lines there, just to give me something interesting. Okay, so looking at my little ribbon, let's call them ribbons, I'm going to go on the inside line there, on the inside line, and very gently draw that in. Let's do the same on that one there. And this one. So take your time, relax with this. We don't want you all stressing about trying to keep a steady line going. It's fine. If you've got a wobbly hand, that's fine. Then do a wobble. You can do a wobble in between the two. Don't think it's got to be exactly the same. It's fine. So I've gone off a bit there. That's okay. And if all else fails, fill it in with ink. Fill it in with bubbles. Draw an extra line. It's fine. And along we go. And of course, not forgetting this bit here. And this bit here. Okay. Oh, Joe, yes, I am on Hobby Maker on Friday. I'm on Sewing Street as well, so it's a busy day. Hence, you don't want to see my table at the minute. But yeah. Okay, see this bit in between, this sort of shape here? I'm going to use my pen, the black one, 03, and I'm going to create a shape inside there. Following whatever I've got there. So we're all going to get slightly different shapes. But that's fine. Got that kind of thing going on. And if we've got any more of those, let's have a look at these. And do the same kind of thing. So up and along. And then into this one. You see? So taking my little shapes as I'm going. And into that one there. Working my way around. And into that one. So it's sort of filled that area in, but not really filled it in. Okay. And let's do similar on this one here. So see any little spaces coming in. So look there, there's a little bit, you know, you don't see them until you actually really start to look. And then they sort of creep up and you're like, oh my goodness me, there's one there. I mean, if they're really small, don't worry about them. But if you can fit one in, then do so. So I'm going to do a similar thing here, look. Put this top section on around. Chris, Leslie could probably answer that better than me because she's done it. So, Leslie, if you're there, ink pads for going on top of the planner covers. I can't remember which one you used. Right. Okay, so see with this one, I actually went around the edge. So I'm going to do similar to this and follow around that shape, whatever shape it comes out at. Up and along. You see there's a little bit in there that I can do. And along again. You want to see this a little bit closer. And along again. And keep sort of following it along. So you've got a little bit there, so I can put one in. And down we go. See, just like that. And again, if you want to put a wobbly line in, you can do. You can put little swirls in. You don't have to keep it straight. Well, that's sort of where I'm going. Okay. All right, so you've got this kind of contrast going on, which I quite like. Just something a little bit different, isn't it? And again, if you wanted to, you could fill this with bubbles, but I'm going to leave it blank and I'm going to bring a bit of pencil in just to see what we can do with it. So, oh, we're ready. Here we go. Oh, sorry, Benji. I moved my chair and he was underneath. Sorry, sweetheart. There you go. Did I wake you? I woke him up. Okay, so let's start with this side first. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to go with this bit first, and let's add a little bit of pencil in there, not too heavy. Okay. I know it shines with the lights as well, so I apologise for that. Again, you can see that not too heavy, but you know, not exactly the neatest, but that's fine. So here, a little bit down the sides. Again, don't go too much with that because it's quite small anyway. Same there, look. And then I'm going to bring some up that side there. And that side there. Okay. Leaves. Now we do quite a lot top and bottom. I'm going to just do bottom today. Not too much. I don't want to overdo it. And bring it in that way. Okay. So I'm going to bring my tortillon in at this point and soften that a little bit out. So again, nice and gentle. I'm going to come around with swirls with this bit. There you are. Just take your time, ease off the pressure. That's my first bit. Same with this one. See, I'm doing like for like every time, so both swirls first. Just taking my time. Around we go. And then down this bottom section. And here again, trying to leave some in the middle. I only want to soften the edges. Same there, like a little bit. Let's just swirl that around just a touch more. And then into those areas. Okay. I'm going to bring some white chalk pencil in. Just to help me out with this a little bit. Oh, no, I've not done that yet, so I'll come back and do that. A little bit there. A little bit there. Now this one I'm probably going to do with my white pen, but if you wanted to, you could come in with your chalk pencil and do it with that. And ideally, you want a nice clean tortillon. I've got two here, but oh, look what I found on my table. Oh, clean tortillons. All right, so with a clean tortillon, I can smooth that out a little bit. And that out a little bit. That makes me happy. Won't stay white for long. Okay, graphite one. Back into those. So, just a little bit there. See, on that bottom edge. Not going all the way to the top. Because what I want to do there, let's just pull that in a bit. Is come back in with my white. Just add a little bit on the tip of each one of those. So we don't really want to have graphite all the way to the top. And then I'm also going to add some around the outside here of the little line we drew. Bringing that sort of around, not pressing on too hard, just letting it sort of sit on the surface. I'm kind of loosely following the shape. Making my way around. Okay. Okay, so clean tortillon, my white one. Let's touch up on those little ends there. See, I'm not really blending it in. It's almost like I'm smoothing it down. That's all it needs. And then when it comes to this here, swirls. Okay, swirls. You see the difference it's making? You couldn't do that with a white regular pencil. You would have to blend it out, whereas the tortillon's doing this for you with that white chalk. We did used to actually use pastels, didn't we? I haven't used pastels in ages. They're very difficult to get hold of. So I haven't had any for a long time, but you can do this in any colour if you've got pastel pencils, because the tortillons work in the same way. Alright, so you see there, it's got a little bit of a halo. Let's ease off the pressure here and soften that out a little bit more. Okay, I know it's tempting to blow, but we don't need to yet. Right, just easing it all round. There we go. So it's got a bit of a glow about it. Now I can blow. There you go. All right. So let's move to the other side where we've got quite a bit of white, but I'm going to come in with my regular pencil first because we've got these black areas. So first of all, let's start with these. Let's go a little bit closer. There you are. So if I put a bit in across the top there of each one of those. Oh, sorry, off this. There you go. Okay. And then with these, I'm going to pick two sides. It's sort of, if I work on so that this one here, it's quite clear that this side would be a good one to do, that top side, okay? Let's go out a little bit more. And then I'm going to go down here. I could have gone that one, but I've gone that way. So they're like little L shapes. So if I then do the same there, look, and down there, so I'm not going to do any of that bit. A little bit there. Same there, look, top and left, top and left, top. Now left there, I'm not going to do because it's sort of coming out, it's a bit of a curve. Let's do the top bit. So see, it doesn't really need much. And it doesn't matter which side you do it on, it really doesn't. It's entirely up to you. And of course, where we've got our little shapes, let's go in a bit more. You see there? Top and left. I know they're small, so if I turn this one round, I'm still going to go top, left, top, left, top, left. You can do top right if you want. Okay? So far, so good. Let's have a look. Oh, see this bit here by these leaves? Instead of going on the inside, I'm going to go on the outside and up and over those leaves, following it round. Okay, and same here, look, I'm not touched the leaves though, just going around the outside, look, up and round. Okay, so let's come out a little bit then and back in with my my graphite tortillon, and let's soften those areas out. So a little bit that was on those, and then here just sort of soften off a bit. Again, they're quite small, so you don't really need to do a massive amount of work on those. You want to try if you can and leave a little bit of the colour underneath. But it's not going to be the easiest, so sort of go with whatever you've got. Alright. If you haven't got a sharp tortillon, it might be nice to sort of give that a bit of a file before you do them, because it is kind of small. Okay, let's have a little look at that. Yeah, see, that needs a little bit more. Let's have a little look at that. There you go, see? I know it's got a bit of sheen on it with the lights above it. So white pencil, and here we go. I'm going to come in and add a little bit of a highlight on each of those. Nothing much, and they don't have to be in the same place. Whatever works for you. Okay. And then here, similar as we did with the other side, I'm going to put white in instead. Same there, okay, white in instead. Now, my ribbon here, it's a bit tricky, and so what I'm going to do is just choose one side of it. I say it's a bit tricky, it's trying to work out, because it's quite small, if you want it on both sides, it's going to cover the whole thing, and we don't really want to do that, so it's probably easier to bring in and do just the half of it, you see? Okay, so that's that. And then my leaves, again, just as before we did the bottom edge, I'm going to do the same with these, but of course with the white now. There we go. Now I didn't blend that out before, so on purpose I can do that all together now. let's do the white bits on their own first and soften off those little edges there. See how they just blend in, giving them just a little bit of a highlight. And into there. Let's do the little bubble. See again, round thing that I've got, a round shape, it figures that. I'm going to go round with my shading as well. Taking it nice and gently. Let's see. Ribbon as well, again, very softly working it round. Oh, part, it might be, if you get yourself a paper clip, open it out and see you've got a hole, push the paper clip through that hole and it'll push out this bit. If you're finding that you're getting a flat edge, then you're filing that way. You need to file that way. You see, and turn it as you're going and it'll give you a point. You will eventually get a real thin bit there, then you have to trim it with a pair of scissors and that'll do it. You're always wanting a point if you can. Okay. Alright, so now here you see I've got a little bit of graphite and a little bit of leaf from that earlier sort of pencil that we do, so I'm just going to take that down a bit and work it in. So my pencil's going to go just a tad. Great, there, that's fine. Let's work the two together. It's not going to be much, but I didn't want all of that graphite sort of spreading out into my leaves and then finding that I hadn't got any space left for that white. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, let's have a look at my regular pencil. I notice I'm not holding it here, I'm holding it quite a way down, see, almost to the edge, because when I put this pencil down, you see I'm on the angle on the side of the pencil. I don't want to press on too hard. I want to get some pencil in there. And I'm going right the way along, come out a little bit, and then sort of roughly following around the shape that I created with that black line earlier. And along we go into there. See, so I've got a bit of graphite in there, quite lightly though. So then tortillon. Okay, here we go, not the white one, although look, that's because I've got a bit of graphite from what I've just done. I can clean that off there. Actually, get a rubber, because it's only a little bit. So look, here we are, look. It's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay, so this bit then, I'm going to come up. Soften with swirls. Now a very, very light touch here. We don't want it to be completely covering our tile, and it's better to do two sort of passes rather than try and do one all in one go. Okay, you see, soften it out. See, there's a lot of graphite. In a sense, it's got a long way to go, but if you ease off it, it'll actually soften itself there. You see, it's disappearing to nothing. And along we go with this next bit. So I'm doing it in sections. Taking my time. Oh, sorry that you missed me, Sue. We were there till about 11:45. And then I had to disappear because the stand was set up on Saturday for demonstrations from, I think it was me, I think it was Nikki from Jewellery Maker, and then Delphine from Sewing Street. So I was supposed to have only been doing there half an hour, so we got talking, 11:45. We're still there, so yeah. And Leslie and I had a walk around. It was really jam-packed, wasn't it? So we had a wander around. We saw the eagle, and that wooden eagle that was there, and the lion, and had a bit of a wander. We've got a few backing papers, backing fabrics, and a few bits and pieces. Said hello to a few people when we got back. It was a terrible journey back. It was so bad with the rain. think we were back home by 4. Glad it was busy though. It's good for a show like that to be busy. It really is. Yeah. We need more of them, more of those shows. Oh, in different areas as well, actually. That would be really good. Oh, popping up all over the place. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a light and a dark going on here today. So with the white coming in, and then of course having that dark shadow, but then having the dark coming in and the white is a little bit of a halo, just makes it a little bit different, doesn't it? I think I'm just going to come back in on this edge here with my pen, my 03 pen. And then let's give that just a little bit more definition in that area. Along we go. So that's that bit. And then I'm not going to go around everything. Here we go. You see, I'm not going to go around that bit, but on these bottom edges, a bit more, you see, just to sort of give it a bit more of a define. And where I've got this bit of graphite in here, I'm not going to do both sides. Actually, well, I'll do both sides. You know, the sides that we put the pencil on in the first place? Let's give that a little bit of a helping hand there as well. Just take your time with this, because of course you don't want to sort of slip up and end up in that white there. Let's go around, kind of go around there. Now here I'm going to sort of go, you see, missing little bits. Let's go on a little bit bigger. You see. And the same on this one, so I'm going to draw that bit in there. And then as I work my way around, see, it's sort of going into a broken line kind of thing. I'm going to go all the way around with that. All right, let's have a look. So there we go. There's our tile. So it's a little bit of a mixture of light and dark there. You might want to do it in different colours. You could even cut around that and have the two halves and then mix them onto different tiles and create something completely different. But there you go. Last thing to do is a signature. Where do I want to sign it? I don't know. I'm going to go there. A little bit of a signature there. And that is our tile done for today. Look at that. I'm loving that. It's really pretty, isn't it? A little bit of colour in here, a bit of blue pencil. Could extend it a little bit too. Oh, I didn't do. I've got to go back and I didn't do it, did I? Where's my white pen? All I've got to do, here we go, is in here. Okay, and the same here. Okay, there we go, let's have a look. That's better. Okay. All right, so Friday, of course, I'm not going to be available to do the tile Friday. So what I propose is that we do it on Saturday instead. So I'm thinking perhaps rather than 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, because just so I can get back. I'm thinking of staying over Friday night, but I'll do some to hotel first, maybe. So, okay, so the next time, instead of being Friday, I'm going to do it on Saturday at 3 o'clock. So if you can make it, great. If not, it's going to be there. It'll go onto YouTube as well, so you'll be able to catch up with that at some point. But other than that, have a lovely rest of the day, everybody. Enjoy what you're doing, and I will catch you later in the week at some point. Okay, so have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.